Hi, Benji here, and in response to this recent column, I want to talk about why the idea that like and other filler words are bad speech is linguistic prejudice. In this recent piece, novelist Louis de Bernier criticizes the use of like and other filler words, comparing them to junk food and roadside litter, and tying them to a perceived wider decline in how people speak. This is a popular opinion, and as someone who is frequently paid for my communication skills and a frequent like user, one I often find nonsensical. Firstly, like plays an incredibly useful functional role in speech. It can soften a claim, signal you're making an approximation, stand in for quotation marks when you're retelling something, and create space for in-the-moment processing and adjustment of meaning without significantly interrupting the flow of speech. In many cases, it makes communication more precise, not less. It is also true that in some contexts, frequent use of any word purely as a filler can make speech harder to follow. But that isn't unique to like. And we can say so without concluding that those who use like as a consistent part of their speech must be careless or unintelligent, especially because the objection is often not only about understanding, but about what we read into certain ways of speaking, as frequent use of the word like is often socially associated with, for example, younger speakers, women, and certain working class or regional accents. It's also why many people code switch in interviews and meetings, adjusting their speech to match perceived expectations in professional settings. This is linguistic prejudice, the act of judging features of someone's speech as evidence of their intelligence, competence, and value. Such judgments are rooted in the idea of what proper speech is, which isn't neutral. Groups with the most social power shape which forms of speech are seen as professional and authoritative. Critiques like de Bernier's about words like rest on a familiar habit of treating a difference in how someone speaks as evidence of reduced competence and credibility, rather than focusing on understanding the content of their message, as we all should. Hope that helps. Bye.